Charles, we were the loan shark, and the bank had offices next to each other, sometimes in the same building. The doctor and the dope dealer were side by side. All of the things that happen in commercially in the African American community and culturally was in the same neighborhood, within the same area, the block, sometimes in the same block. And we disciplined each other. We raised each other's children. We were a community of families that respected each other, loved each other, cared for each other. And you don't find this information, nor do you see this in our arts and our scientists and our books and in our movies, our plays. Because it's too, to me, I feel it carries too much of a positive message to the world about African American experience. It seems like there is a conspiracy to make black continue to look bad. It seems that we are separated from each other when the greatest creator in the world, the Lord himself, is the one that's guiding all of us. The one that oppresses blacks and the one that endorses blacks. So it's not a secret among African Americans how we live and what we think and how we feel.
So, with that said, my grandfather, your father, he lived at a time. This story commemorates the story when the dollar, the U.S. dollar, it took 7. Am I saying this right? 7 years for the U.S. dollar to leave the African American community.
Right. What happened there? The reason for that is blacks were not really allowed or that wanted in the white establishments to spend money. They didn't
Therefore,
they didn't want to have the clothing stores wouldn't allow them to try on clothes. The shoe stores wouldn't allow them to put on shoes. So they had their own stores and their own shoes and their own grocery stores and their own clothing stores. They had the seamstress, they had the shoe shine parlor, they had the barbers and they had the beauty shops, all within the same community. So when blacks went on their jobs and got paid, they brought that money back home. And that home was distributed, that money was distributed
throughout the community. It was kept close.
The preacher got some of the dollar several times, because sometimes the dollar that the preacher got was the same dollar from the same person, different from the same family.
But it was all kept within
the family. That dollar that the church got would be spent on some commodities to help some people who needed some food.
Right.
So it stayed within that was one way it stayed in the community. And the person that sold the food lived in the community, so he was an entrepreneur. And he hired and employed the kids to take the food to the churches and to the people who needed the food that didn't have a way to get the food. So it was just some typical activities like that throughout the commerce of the community. The nightclubs were there, the musicians were there, they were playing, the restaurants were there. We grew some of the food, some of the food we purchased. Some of the food we went to the country, to one of the African Americans who had land in the country, and buy a pig or a cow from him. So we grew our own food. We grew and raised our own food.
So there was definitely a sense of pride and reverence and respect.
And the food tastes good too.
And the food tastes good too. Well, Mr. Jones, on today, on this fair day, and the sun is shining bright. The weather, God has given us mercy in the weather patterns. And can you share with us what's coming up as far as a book tour and sharing some more about your work, your literary works?
Yeah, well, we're going to do the modern activity, do the electronic eyes. Some of the books that I have is on Amazon. So that book is available now. It's called Let's Talk Politics Revisited by Norman E. Jones. That book tells the history of the black experience in the political arena from the birth of this nation, actually prior to the Civil War.
This has been a pretty active week for you, starting out giving a talk and an open book discussion, open table discussion there in the historical Mount Vernon Plaza district here in Columbus, Ohio. And then just yesterday you were at the Chalmers P. Wiley's VA.
Veterans Administrative Clinic.
Ambulatory facility, yes. How was that experience for you and their reception of just the entire experience?
Well, that was the introduction of the art of living's golden age of segregation.
Okay.
And so that book is kind of the teaching point from that speech and that program, which highlights the development of African Americans during the period where they were on their own without any assistance from the federal government.
Okay. And can you share with us a little bit about what we have here in front of us right now? I'm reading the 35th Annual National Conference on the Black Family in America. This is actually something that's on this is the logo on your travel bag here. And right next to that we have and you're going by way of Southwest Rapid Rewards. All right, well there you have it right there. I think everything is in tow. That's the message that we want to give.
Why I'm carrying the bags that I'm carrying is because of this. Southwest has been the official airliner for the Art of Living. It flies to the places that we are frequently visiting for speaking and visiting relatives. And as a matter of fact, we go to Chicago, we've been to Los Angeles, we've been to Tampa, Oakland, Detroit, Memphis, and several other locations that Southwest goes.
Okay.
And it's a comfortable airline. I'm comfortable with that Southwest. Then the other bag is with the black family.
Well,
this was the National Conference on the Black Family in America. This has been this is a conference on the black family originating probably in the 1980s, and I was the speaker there talking about the blacks' economics, the history of blacks in business in America.
okay.
And I speak on that in other places and conferences.
So, what is up and coming? Anything up and coming for that we need to know and be on the lookout for, as far as any, like I said, book tours or family reunions, anything nationally, abroad, what we should look for in the near future?
Well, actually, this is the year that we will be introducing the Black History Year in America. Each month we'll have a different theme on the accomplishments of African Americans in this country. In January, we'll be doing individual African Americans, such as Martin Luther King Jr., and he has a day in that month already, so that's an official government day. February has been identified as Black History Month since 1926, but it's too much to put in 1 month, and there's not as many themes as we could cover unless we do one theme every day, and that's too much information for 1 month.
That's well said. And with that said, I wish I could. I know that you have to be making your way to your gate, but thank you so much for the time that you have shared with us, and just a little earnest glimpse inside the life in times of your world. and the great plans God has for you and has already prospered you in His steps. And please keep us up to date, and we will be stay tuned to what is coming up next for the Art of Living Gallery here in Columbus, Ohio, as well as the schedule of events that we are going to look forward to hearing more about in your literary studies. And also, I know you have a forthcoming memoir that is going to be, we're hoping to get that in, established through the renowned Ohio State University in some measure or capacity.
The Ohio State University, which is also the place of my birth, will be receiving my educational memoirs, my collection of documentations from the experiences that I have enjoyed in my life by educating myself. So they will have those memoirs. Other memoirs will be going to the Ohio Historical Society, which accompanies the African American experience in Ohio, and the inventors, the artists, the scientists, the preachers, the teachers who deserve recognition for what they've accomplished.
Well, these are tremendous efforts, and again, I can't wait to. I'm just glad to be in witness, and I can't wait to see what's next. What great expectations that God is fulfilling in your life, and I'm so happy to know that I'm in the family. Thank you again, Mr. Jones, Uncle Sonny. I love
Thank you very much, and we are at the Starbucks Lounge in the airport.
Here at the International John Glenn International, Port Columbus Airport.
Their marketing department might donate some coffee to the Art of Living efforts.
Hey, now I heard that. Let's do the flash on. Okay. So it's on record. Hey, we can only ask. You have not because you ask not, right? Amen. Okay, well.
You put that up. You put it out. You put that out in there and let it fly to where it needs to go.
Okay, gotcha. That's an affirmative order. Yes, sir.
And